Hello friends, in this video we'll talk about recently announced buyback by Infosys. So before we get into detail of this buyback, let's quickly understand what exactly buyback means. So buyback is a process in which company buy back or purchase its own shares from the open market, usually at a premium. So how this buyback help current investors? So existing investors will get one, higher price for their shares compared to the current market price because company usually offer premium on their buyback price. Two, shareholders who are not able to offer shares in this buyback or whatever shares you are left with after this buyback, you will get higher EPS on the same shares because after this buyback, less number of shares would be available in the company to distribute same amount of earnings. So it will boost company's earning per share. Now friends, let's understand detail of this buyback. So this buyback is of 18,000 crores and company's offer price. So what per share offer price is? It is 1800 rupees, which is almost 20% premium on the current market price of the Infosys. Currently, the share price of Infosys is around 1500 rupees. Now, in this buyback, Infosys is buying back almost 10 crore shares from the open market, which is, if you compute this as a percentage of total number of shares, it is 2.41% of the total shares in the company, total outstanding shares in the company. If you want to participate, because there is a special, specific percentage of this buyback reserved for the retail shareholders. So there are almost 26 lakh shareholders who falls in the retail category, people who are holding shares less than of 2 lakh rupees worth of in the Infosys. So if your shareholding in Infosys is more than 2 lakh rupees, you will not be fall under retail category. You will be falling in the other category, and the other than 20% what Infosys have reserved, 80% reserved category will be allocated to you. Now friends, let's understand market impact of this buyback. So guys, this buyback normally, because these buybacks are normally at a premium, so this will definitely improve sentiments in the market. This will boost the share price of the company in the short term because this shows that the management is confident that their fair price is more than the current market price. So in short term price, we can see slight increase in the share price of Infosys. Two guys, because Infosys is the market leader, so it's one of the prominent IT companies. So after Infosys, we can see buyback plans from TCS, Wipro and other IT companies. So this IT pack can also announce buyback in the near future. Now, other important thing which you should consider in this buyback is tax implication. So now tax, whatever gain you are having in this buyback, this 1500 versus 1800, whatever the buyback price is, the difference will be taxed as a dividend in the hand of shareholders. It will not be taxed at the company end, but it will be taxed at the investors end. So depending upon which tax bracket you are falling in the higher tax bracket, then your gain from this buyback can be modest. And the remaining, profit from this share buyback, your purchase price versus, the market price, this will be taxed as a short-term capital gain or long-term capital gain, depending upon your holding period in this particular stock. Now, friends, let's talk about key risk in this buyback for the retail shareholders. So the main risk in this buyback is acceptance ratio in this buyback can be as low as 10%, and it can be in the range of 10 to 20% only. So if you are holding, say, 100 shares in Infosys, not all shares will be bought back in this offer. Reason being, company is buying back just 2.41% shares of the total outstanding share capital. So what would be the acceptance ratio? That depends upon how many shareholders participate in this buyback offer. So if company get reasonable response of this buyback, your offering to the share in this buyback could be just 10%, right? But if you're a long-term investor, there is no risk. Reason being, whatever shares you're left with, you will see there is a capital appreciation in the future when the company's EPS will accrete due to this buyback. So guys, net, we can say if you're buying this share of Infosys just for the sake of this buyback premium, then just be careful that all the shares may not be offered in this buyback. Some part of the shares will be offered in this buyback and will be accepted by the company in this buyback. Remaining shares would be still left in your account, which you can retain for the long-term investing purpose, or maybe you can liquidate after this buyback at a market price. Thank you.